All right, so here's something else. You know that there's a million ways to tie a ridgeline to a tree. Now, when I saw Ray Mears do his thing, I was like, holy crap, I love that thing. Where he just goes like, he goes around the tree, and he goes around his hand, but I do it with just these 3 fingers. And he goes around, pulls this through, and then he gives it a yank, and then he pulls it that way. He does it real quick. And boom, that stays there, it doesn't go away. Then you pull on here, boom. Now here's my problem with it. He's got it down, he's done it for years. Why I don't use this is because when I dress it at the end, he just pulls on it, boom, and then he goes like this, and it's there. Sometimes when I do it, it stays kind of loose, and then you start pulling it and it starts unraveling. And again, like I was saying with the Prusik, I don't like to fiddle with it. I want the knot to be done, and that's it. And also, for the longest time, I couldn't freaking remember how to do this. It's just, it's muscle memory, so I had to practice a bunch of times to remember it. But there's a lot more simple ways to do this. The simplest of all, to me, and then I'm going to show you a couple, and then you pick whatever you want. Let me show you Ray Mears again. He does it across his whole hand. He goes up, he goes around and up, and then he grabs it, pulls on it. I can't pull hard because I'm not around a real tree. Pulls on it, and then boom, that's it, which is cool. But look at this. What if you just do a freaking slip knot? Just a good old slip knot. It's the exact same thing. With all this stuff going on and remembering that, it's just a slip knot. You go up, around, take a bite, pull it through. That's it. Just a simple slip knot. I mean, I don't know why you would need anything else to go around a tree. And even if you did like something like this and you want to get more rope around, you could do that and then do the slip knot here anyway. Boom. You could wrap it around as many times as you want and finish with a slip knot. Or, what's another way? Another good way is a good old bunt line hitch. It's got an ugly name. Bunt line hitch, which is just this. It's you go up, around, go around the bottom, around the back, and then you'll see this triangle here, and that's where you go through. And again, make it slippery. Make it with a slip knot here. So this one is supposed to be a lot more secure than just a slip knot. And you still have your quick release because you slip it, boom, and then you just pull. So bunt line hitch is awesome. You could also use a toggle, but like I said, I don't like toggles. I may be a masochist, but I like my knots. So you can go around the back, around the top, and then when you see this little triangle here, you go through that. And then you just pull a bite. Okay? And then you can see even here, it already has quite a bit of tension to it. But you should do this because afterwards it's going to want to do this. And then you let it loose, boom. Let's go one more time, bunt line hitch. And a bunt line hitch is simply a clove hitch around its own rope. That's all it is. I'm going to show you. And clove hitches are so strong and so reliable. The only bad thing about clove hitches is they're so hard to untie, which is why you put a slip knot at the end, a slip loop or whatever you want to call it. So you put it through the bottom, top, and when you go behind it, you'll see this little triangle. That's where you put the loop through. Then you pull this side as well, and then you go like that. Tighten it up. Okay, one more time. And I'm very visual. I need visual cues. For example, I know I'm going around the bottom, around the top, and then when I go behind, I see that little triangle. That's my visual cue. And then I go like this to remember, because my memory isn't that great. So I go by muscle memory and visual things like that. There you go. And then to untie, of course, pull on this, and that's it. I really like the buntline hitch because it's more secure. And also you could do it on anything. You could go around this a couple times and then still do your buntline. Then you go around the back, around the front. I didn't leave a lot of room, but then you pull through here. It's the same thing. So it doesn't matter what you do here, how many times you go around it or whatever you do. The buntline hitch is awesome. Or just you do a slip knot, doesn't matter. So now, of course, on the other side, on the other tree, you need to do some kind of trucker's hitch or something that you can pull on and tension, right? Put some tension on it, pull it tight. And here you do just a normal half hitch, slippery half hitch on a bite, and then you can pull on it and then do this. Or you could put it through twice, once, twice, and that makes it so that when you pull, it keeps its tension. I can't do it here because I don't have a tree, but when you do it this way, you put it around twice, once, twice. When you pull, it keeps the tension. It's not working here. And then after it keeps the tension, then you can do your slip knot with more time. But my thing is, I like to keep it simple. You could do this with a simple slip knot on the first side. No need to do any fancy crap. I mean, you could also use your toggle, which you can argue that's even simpler. You just go here, like a marlin spike. That's even simpler. But I don't know. Why have a piece of equipment, even though they're all over the place? That's the good thing about the toggles. Why use a piece of equipment when I can just do this? I mean, what's simpler than that? Nothing to fall out, nothing to go find, nothing to carry. It's just a knot. Or, of course, hold on. Or, of course, good old buntline hitch. Which, again, the buntline hitch is just, I want to do it here so I can show you. A buntline hitch if you look at this, this is just a good old clove hitch. This is just a clove hitch on itself, forming a loop. That's all it is. So you're making a clove hitch around the rope, creating a loop. Now again, I always make it, if you don't make it slippery, if you don't add a slip knot here, good luck untying this clove hitch, this bunt line, because it's gonna get really tight. Here, no matter how tight it gets, you just pull on this and you're loose. You're good to go. So that's my rant about loops and toggles, and hope it was useful for you guys.